Guys, Karen Miller here. How are you doing? Today is April 1st, 2020. I hope you are healthy and strong and vibrant and not worrying. I have some seamoss here that I'm going to do today. Just got this in the mail. I'm going to put it to soak in some spring water. This is an excellent seamoss that I use. So I'm not even using lime. I explained in some videos, which I'm going to link so you can go watch it, about boiling sea moss versus putting it to soak in the lime overnight or for a couple hours. And doing it that way, I feel like you denature the sea moss, and the sea moss has no flavor of sea moss at all. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to soak this with some salt because it has an affinity to salt. It is from the sea. So I'm going to soak it with some salt to clean it. The salt is really going to be cleaning it, and then I'm going to wash it, remove all of that green stuff, all of that brown stuff from there. That's going to come off within an hour or so. It's going to loosen up and come off, and then I'm going to rinse this again and start cooking the sea moss. If you're doing the sea moss as a fast, you're not going to use, like, there's a sea moss drink recipe at the back here. The sea moss drink that I did, I don't know, 2 years ago, it's a drink. It's not something you're going to do for a fast. If you're doing a fast, you could just drink the sea moss like that, or maybe add some, like I did, some dates or some maple syrup. But if you're doing a drink, you see they have a recipe here. They say 1 cup sea moss, 2 cups of water, vanilla extract, sweetened condensed milk. But of course, if you're a vegan, you're not going to be using cow's milk, and nutmeg for flavor. This is how we do it in the Caribbean. And the sea moss is boiled. Okay? But I think, like I said in the video, people who don't like the flavor of sea moss, they try to denature it and remove the flavor. But in my opinion, if you do that, you're actually removing the essence of the sea moss, the minerals in the sea moss, which they are so fixated on. They don't want to remove the minerals, but I think the acidity of the lime is actually removing the... So when I continue with this, I'm going to show you with the boiling and what I do for the fasting. Hi guys, so I'm back and I have the sea moss here. The sea moss was sitting for about 2 hours in the salt. Okay, and it has expanded a bit, right? So the salt is very good for cleaning and disinfecting, as you know. So you don't need to use lime to clean it. You just clean it with the salt water, and it is from the salt. It's from the sea. So it has an affinity to the salt. So what I'm going to do, I rinsed it out again because the water was very dirty. And this is the fresh water. So I'm going to rinse it out again and get it in the pot. And I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to use ginger, because we usually do cinnamon when we make the sea moss drink. I'm going to use some ginger today. Those are not organic. I got this from my neighborhood because I'm stuck in my neighborhood and I cannot... Well, I can go to Manhattan, but I don't want to. I don't want to get on the train. So the ginger, I cannot find organic ginger in my neighborhood. So I have to deal with this huge ginger, but it smells like ginger. It's just not organic. So we usually put cinnamon in the sea moss drink, but I'm going to do the ginger. And this is specifically for you, for those of you who are doing a sea moss fast. The ginger, of course, is going to help you with the fast, with the cleansing, with the removing of gas and things like that. So I think this is a good thing to do, the ginger. And also the ginger might mitigate the taste of the sea moss a little bit if you don't like the taste of the sea moss. So let's go to the stove. So I have some water here. I'm going to put the sea moss in here, and I'm going to add lots of ginger. I've never done this like this before, putting in ginger. I always do cinnamon, so I'll see. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic because, you know, ginger, it's ginger. You cannot go wrong with ginger. So I'm gonna bring this to a boil and let it cook for about 15 minutes. Turn off the stove, and you're gonna see it's gonna be expanding and getting huge. And then I'm gonna take the immersion blender and mix it up. So those of you who are doing the fast, in my opinion, you shouldn't be adding milk. What I did when I did the fast, I added some dates to the sea moss. If you're gonna add milk, then it's not a fast. However, if you feel that adding a little milk to the sea moss is going to help you to get through the fast, then I think it's fine. I don't have a problem. You cannot be too hard on yourself. It's better to have a little bit of the almond milk or Brazil nut milk instead of eating whatever if you're doing a fast, okay? So I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it's a big deal. We cannot be too hard on ourselves. So when this is done, I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. So while our sea moss is boiling away over here, I am going to steam some veggies. I have my steaming pot here. See, with the holes. I'm going to steam some broccoli and some beans. This broccoli is getting very yellowy because people in my family don't like broccoli. I love broccoli. So it's been in the refrigerator since I was on this fast. It was just sitting there. So I'm cooking it today with some beans. Lots of broccoli. I love broccoli. So you see how yellow it is because it was sitting around for a while. I'm gonna cover the pot, let this steam. I think it's time to turn off the stove. The sea moss, see, it's cooking away. You see? It's expanded now. So I'm gonna turn off the stove. You see? And I think the ginger, I think this is a good idea. I've never done this with ginger before. I think that's a good idea because, yeah, I think it toned down the fishy smell a bit. So I'm gonna turn off the stove, cover the pot, and then when it's cooled a little bit, I'm gonna do the immersion blender. Guys, the sun is just beautiful today. I was outside, I was taking a sun bath. It was just beautiful. That sun felt so good on my body. I'm cutting up some radishes here. The radish is going to give my veggie salad a really nice zing. I'm also going to put this in the steaming basket. Let me get about 2 or 3 more. I love radishes. I have my radish, my beans, and broccoli. We're gonna do a really nice salad dressing to put over this. I'm standing in the sun right now. You guys, if you could get it out into the sun, please do that. Please do that. Get out into the sun. Gonna make a big difference in your life. Lots of vitamin D. So that's it. When the broccoli and beans are done steaming, I'm going to put this in. Alright, and then gonna show you what the salad looks like. We're gonna get everything together and I'm gonna do the dressing. This is done steaming. I'm going to remove the broccoli and the beans and put in the radishes. Let's do our dressing, guys, for this delicious veggie salad. Some olive oil in here. Gonna use some apple cider vinegar today. Very good for digestion. Apple cider vinegar, very good for weight loss and digestion. Gonna do some coconut amino. Some black pepper. And I feel like throwing in some oregano in here. Some salt, some Himalayan salt here. And that's it, guys. It's just a simple oil dressing. Olive oil is very healthy. See? Keep mixing this up and it's going to emulsify and it's getting thicker. Everything is coming together very nicely. You see, the more you whip it up with a fork, the thicker it gets. Let me taste it. Delicious. A little bit more salt. Okay, so this is a really nice basic dressing for your veggies. And it's thickening up really nicely, so it's going to coat the veggies, going to get into the grooves of the broccoli. It's going to be delicious, guys. Alright, so when I get back, I'm going to put all of this together. I'm also chopping up some walnuts. I think this is going to be good on the salad. I'm going to sprinkle some walnuts on the salad. I also added some garlic to my dressing. Alright. Let's start plating my salad. That sun is just, it's on my face and it's beautiful. I'm really enjoying the sun because for the past 2 days it was just cloudy and cold and dark. Let's get some color in here. I love radishes. This is how you eat, guys. So after this is all over, this pandemic, you don't get up and you 10, 15, 20 pounds overweight. Okay? If you feel like having a slice of bread, you can have a slice of bread with this. But don't go on and on and on, 3, 4, 5, 10 slices, you know. So I'm going to, or you can have some quinoa, you know. I'm going to sprinkle some walnuts on this. And then my dressing. This is looking really good, really good. So that's it, guys. Let me have a taste. I love radishes. And it's filled with water. It's like you're having a sip of water. My favorite broccoli. Delicious, guys. Do this salad, you're not going to be sorry, or you can use whatever veggies you like. Okay? Let's see what's going on with our seamoss. So you see how it's thickened up. Okay, this is still, you know, steaming. But I'm going to do the immersion blender for the purposes of this video. So what I'm going to do is take the immersion blender and start I think I got all of the pieces of ginger. So I'm gonna let this cool, and let me check to see any pieces of ginger. I think I got all the ginger, and you know, there are pieces in there, little small pieces. It's warm, but I'm gonna taste it. See, I've never done ginger and sea moss before. Yeah, the ginger is there. I think it did help a lot with the flavor of the sea if you don't like it. I think that's a very good idea. And then once you add, you know, the milk to it and everything, I think this is even better. This is going to cool. That frothiness is going to go away. And I'm going to add some almond milk to this later and have some before I go to bed. Alright, so that's it, guys. Take care of yourself. Love you guys. Don't live in fear. Live in spirit. See you in the next video.